I'm on a video making roll here. So sometimes as intuitive, I live a little bit of a more magical life than the average human being. And so I wanted to share with you an experience that recently happened that just really made my day. So I was studying crystals, of course, and I came across one crystal called the Manifestation Quartz Crystal. And what a Manifestation Quartz Crystal is it's one crystal growing inside another crystal. It's a fully formed crystal within another crystal. So I decided that I was like, I wanted one. And I looked in their store and we didn't have any. And I was like, well, whatever. I'd still like to get one, but it will come in time because I have an ever growing crystal collection, right? So, whatever. And I was going to do the market later that week. I was a little bit concerned because I didn't really have any stock at all. All of a sudden, my Etsy orders had just gone up through the roof. 2 days before the market, there was a wholesaler who came to town and approached the store that I work at and said, hey, we're here in town, wondering if you want to buy some crystals tonight. My store said no. It's actually not my store, but the store I work at said no. And I said, hey, me. I'd like to buy some crystals. This is perfect. I was thinking to myself, oh my god, this is so perfect. This is totally destiny, right? And they were at first like, oh, well, we do wholesale only. And my boss was like, actually, she does have a business on the side. She might want to buy some stuff with you. So we talked about it and set up a time to meet, and I go in and meet them. While I'm there, I ask if they have any manifestation crystals, and they're like, yeah, we have a whole bunch of them, but they're probably not within your budget. And I'm like, okay, well, let me see them. Sure enough, they're not in my budget. Definitely not in my budget. But he was kind enough, anyways, to show them to me, and he picked out some of his favorites. And one of them was $123. 1, 2, 3. If you pay attention to numerology, that's cool. And then he was kind of like joking around with me. He said, you could probably find one for like $5 at Lone Shiva, where I work. And I was like, well, I don't know about that. I would like one, but, I don't know. And he started to tell me about some of the qualities to look at inside the crystals where he most commonly sees them. And I was like, okay, cool. So the next day I go to work and I studied all these crystals. I was pulling them off. I was just like, oh, come on. Are you one? Are you one? Are you one? I did like half our quartz crystals. I was examining them all. My eyes were cross-eyed for a couple hours after work. And then the next day I did another 2 hours to work or something like that. Something ridiculous. I was studying them all. And I was labeling them all too with all their special properties according to Melody's book. And nothing. Nothing at all. So whatever. So then the next week I have a dream. And inside the dream, I ended up purchasing a giant crystal skull that had a giant crystal growing in the back of its head. And I was like, oh my god, this is amazing. I spent the majority of my dream that night studying this manifestation crystal that had been carved into this giant crystal skull. I was like, this is amazing. There's two in my dream. And the next day, I go to work and we get a new batch of quartz crystals in. And there's this one crystal inside there that I keep being pulled to, but I can't tell if there's anything special. So I have a habit of taking out all of the crystals that might be special, if they're like keys or windows or whatever, the 5, whatever. And I put extra labels on them after I've studied them in the book and kind of taken a look to see what they are. And this one crystal, I could not pin it. I could not pin it at all. And then I take it under the magnifying glass, and guess what? It's a manifestation crystal. I was dancing. I was just like, woohoo, woohoo, woohoo. It's a manifestation crystal. It's a manifestation crystal. I was so excited. I couldn't stop jumping and dancing for a good 5 minutes, and my boss was just laughing. And because of the discount in the store, I literally got the crystal for $4.63. And And guess what? It stands up by itself. Yeah, yeah. So that's my little magical life there. And I also realized that I wished for a manifestation crystal while I was holding the manifestation crystal. How awesome is that? It's amazing. I'm so excited. Anyways, that was an exciting body shake, just like a dog or something. Anyways, have a good night. Enjoy your manifestations.